EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Switched on travel.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Off play action. Stanley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Two times, two times. Hey, hey, hey. You got three, Three down, three down.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Alert flare.
Hey, exit.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsay. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Ready? 50, plant.
51. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Snap.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Come on, set. 10-2 soft.
59, and watch the leg.
Hey, echo.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the screen. 59's Mike, check, 59.
Let go.
Off the play fake, Stanley. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Clear.
56.
Back to throw. Stanley. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
The outlaw. Smooth.
198. Watch 98. 98's Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Off play action. Stanley. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
30 base.
Come on. You better bring it.
80 weapons. Deep grip.
On third down, Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
In your face.
Buzz.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Stanley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stanley. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Hey, zoom. Get it.
On 3rd down, Stanley. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Got it.
98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Right there. 56. Go, go, go.
Now.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Come off the ball. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Ready. 5.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard. And it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Gay's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on it.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking a 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when we're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Gordon. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 99.
You draw forfeit. Get ready.
It's Barkley on the counter. Flexing his muscle at the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Get it.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Haywood.
Check.
Off the play fake. Stanley. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
I'm on. Check three.
61, matchbox lights.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 8. Gets this off to Saquon Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
59. All day, cut.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Indy.
A toss to Cook. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gordon into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On the ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Setting up the screen for Cook. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On the double.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey, Orbit.
I smell fear in that offense. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
They can't stop me out here.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Stanley. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Gay knocks this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
And the Packers first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a run with Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gay is on for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Gordon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On 1st down, Stanley. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
25, check 25. 6-6, pull it high. Get it.
Back to throw. Stanley. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here we go.
Now.
Off the play fake. Stanley. That's into the hands of Edwards. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Back at the 38-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Check pass. Check pass.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 13 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready, break.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Gordon being chased out left. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gordon. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Gordon steps away to his left. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game, now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You must be dreaming.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Bravo.
Come on, now. Watch 90. Go.
Back to throw. Stanley. And this is Cook with a grab. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. This is about what you'd expect. Defense selling out to stop the run. Pretty good on first and second down.
Yeah, you're no longer really worried about making sure you're holding up the offensive lineman as a defensive lineman. Now you're just talking about getting in gaps. You're trying to get upfield, penetrate, and make a play on the football. Especially, before the running back really gets control of it. That's what you're doing. You're also bringing the linebackers in to jam the line of scrimmage, and a safety or 2 is going to be there as well.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Come on.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Check 13. Check 31. Check 31. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're fourth. To take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Gordon. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run with Cook. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They go play action here on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing again. Gordon. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Gay is on for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Gordon. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Operating from the gun, Gordon. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Gordon. Room to run past midfield. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
throwing on first down. Gordon escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a score closer. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.